So today we're going to start with doing some conversions, just to remind folks to conversion. And we're going to do that homework problem or end of chapter problem that says we have a little turtle. So here's my turtle. And my turtle is going to move at 186 furlongs per fortnight. And we want to know in centimeters per second. So we want to convert from furlongs to fortnights to centimeters per second. So that's what we want to convert in. When you are working a physics problem, a couple of things that you'll want to do is you'll want to write down or draw your picture, because your picture is going to really help you out. And drawing your picture will allow you to really work through the problems and make sure that you have a good understanding of the problem. On exams, usually if I do an open-ended question, drawing your picture is going to get you at least some partial credit. So we want to make sure that you guys are aware of that as we work through. So we're given in the problem a couple of conversion factors. So first thing is if I have x is equal to y, and I take x divided by y, that's going to equal to a 1. And we know that we can multiply anything by 1 and get the same rating, the same answer. So when I'm doing a conversion and I am told that 1 furlong is equal to 220 yards, I can change furlongs into yards by putting 220 yards on top of my furlong. Now, we want to end up in centimeters per second, so I got to do a couple other things. One is I got to convert yards to centimeters. Well, I'm going to do it a different way because I don't have my conversion tables handy, but I have some conversion factors in my head. And those conversion factors that I have in my head are things like this. 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. And I happen to know that 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. In your textbook, along one of the covers or in the appendix, you have a list of conversion factors. So but I've got those two conversion factors. So I'm going to go ahead and convert our 186 furlongs to fortnights. And I'm going to end up in doing it. I'm going to do it so that I end up in centimeters per fortnight. And that's where I'm going to end up. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my 220 yards per furlong. We also know, hopefully we all remember, that 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. And I know that 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. And I have 2.54 centimeters per inch. And that's going to get me centimeters per foot fortnight. My furlongs are going to cancel. My yards are going to cancel. My feet are going to cancel. My inches cancel. And I'm left with centimeters. So if I do this calculation, I'm going to multiply 186 times 220 times 3 times 12 times 2.54. And I get this really big number. Now I'm gonna leave that number in my calculator, right? I am not going to round it at this point, and this is centimeters per fortnight. I'm not gonna round it at this point at all. I'm just gonna leave it so that we have it as an intermediate step. But now we're gonna convert our fortnights to seconds. So we're told in the problem that one fortnight is equal to 14 days. We know that one day is equal to 24 hours. You know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. And we know that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So now I'm going to take this number and I'm going to convert it to my seconds. So at this point, I'm going to have to write a little smaller so it fits on the page. 3, 7, 4, 1, 4, 1, 7, 2, 4.8. And that's centimeters per fortnight. And now I want to get one fortnight is 14 days. One day is 24 hours. 1 hour is 60 minutes. And 1 minute is 60 seconds. And now I'm going to end up in my fortnights cancel, my days cancel, my hours cancel, my minutes cancel. And now I'm going to end up in centimeters per second. So I'm in the right units. So I'm going to plug all this into my calculator. And now I get 3 with the calculator is going to provide me with this 3.93357143 centimeters per second. But we all remember significant figures. I only started with 3 significant figures. I should end up in 3 significant figures. So I am not going to report all of that. I'm going to report 3.09 centimeters per second. Okay. So that is what I'm going to end up reporting. And then I have done my conversion. So this was a complicated conversion, but it allowed you to see the whole methodology and everything that was going on there. Questions about that problem? Seeing